Welcome back to the Liberty Beats Show, Discovery, where we explore the strange, exciting, and occasionally ridiculous future of music. Today's episode is called AI Music, the Gift, the Glitch, and the Future. And yes, we are going there. Not to complain like confused old critics staring at a glowing screen and yelling, "Back in my day!" No. We are going to look at AI music honestly. Its strengths, its weaknesses, its magic, its danger, and its very weird power to make creators feel like they have unlocked a secret door in the universe. So let us talk about the 5 pros and 5 cons of AI music. Introduction. AI music is no longer a side experiment. It is becoming part of the creative world. Some people use it as a tool. Some use it as a partner. Some use it as a shortcut. Some use it as a playground. And some use it like a full-time creative bloodline, because apparently one must now have a relationship with their software. But whatever your opinion, one thing is certain. AI music is changing how people create, discover, and experience sound. And like every powerful technology, it has 2 faces. One face says, "Here is freedom." The other face says, "Here is danger." And both of them are real. So let's talk about the pros of AI music. Starting from Pro 1, the hidden gems. One of the most beautiful things about AI music is that it can uncover hidden gems. A person with no label, no industry backing, no giant budget, and no giant team can still create something memorable. Sometimes the most surprising songs come from creators nobody expected. That is exciting, because hidden gems are not always polished by old systems. Sometimes they are discovered through experimentation, weirdness, and pure creative instinct. AI helps open that door. It lets smaller creators rise, test ideas, and make work that might otherwise have stayed buried in a notebook, a phone, or the haunted corner of a brain at 2 a.m. Pro number 2, the stories and music. AI music is not just sound, it is storytelling. A song can become a character, a voice can become a world, an album can become a universe. That is powerful, because music is not only about notes, it is about emotion, image, mood, and memory. With AI, creators can build complete experiences, from lyrics to atmosphere to cover art to narrative identity. That means one person can create not just a song, but an entire creative ecosystem. And that is when music stops being just music and becomes a form of world building. Pro 3, less effort, more possibility. Let us be honest, AI reduces certain kinds of effort. That does not automatically mean lazy, it means efficient. It can help creators move faster, explore more ideas, and build more versions of a concept without starting from zero every time. You want a different mood, a different structure, a different genre, a different voice style, a different cinematic direction? AI can help you try it. That means creators can spend less time getting stuck in technical barriers and more time shaping the final vision. In simple terms, more creating, less suffering. And honestly, music production has already done enough emotional damage over the years. A little help is not a crime. Pro 4, huge impact on businesses. AI music is not only changing art, it is changing business. It affects content creation, branding, ads, radio, streaming, indie promotion, game audio, videos, trailers, social content, and more. A small business can now get music ideas, audio branding, and custom sound faster than before. A creator can launch a channel, a station, a podcast, or a media project with far fewer resources. That is a big deal, because music is no longer reserved for the richest people in the room with the biggest equipment and the loudest connections. Now the playing field is changing. Not perfectly, not equally, but changing. Pro 5, a dedicated and friendly technology. Here is the fun part. For many creators, AI feels less like a machine and more like a creative friend. Not because it is human. It is not. But because it responds, suggests, generates, and helps you keep moving. Sometimes when creativity is low, AI is the one thing that does not roll its eyes at your idea. It does not say, "That is impossible." It says, "Try this." That kind of support matters. For some people, AI becomes the most patient collaborator they have ever had. And that is why creators get attached to it. Because it feels like a tool that actually listens. Here, the 5 cons of AI music. Now for the shadow side. Because every gift comes with a warning label. Con 1. It can be addictive. AI music can be addictive. Very addictive. You start with one idea. Then suddenly you are tweaking lyrics, changing genres, generating versions, remixing concepts, and convincing yourself that just one more render is a normal sentence. It can become a trap. Not a dramatic villain trap, more like a comfortable, glowing, endlessly refreshing kind of trap. And the danger is simple. The tool can start eating the time that was supposed to be spent living. So yes, enjoy it. But do not let the machine become your entire personality. Con 2. Questions about originality. Some people say AI music is not real music. Some say it is not original work. That debate is not going away anytime soon. And honestly, it is a fair concern. If a machine learns patterns from existing data, then people will ask, where does inspiration end and imitation begin? That question matters, because creativity is not only about output, it is also about intention, authorship, meaning, and emotional truth. AI music may help generate sound, but the human creator still has to decide what it means. Otherwise, it risks becoming noise with a nice interface. Con 3. It can be misused, especially around children. And AI is no exception. It can be used to deceive, manipulate, imitate, or produce content that is not appropriate for children or vulnerable audiences. That is why safety, guidance, and responsibility matter. We do not just need powerful tools, we need wise users, because a tool without ethics is just a very fast problem. So yes, AI can empower creativity, but it must be handled carefully, especially in public-facing media, youth content, and emotionally sensitive spaces. Con 4. The Terminator Question. Let us say the obvious joke out loud. People see AI and immediately think, great, one day the robots will be in charge and we will be living in a very expensive science fiction apology. That fear is silly sometimes, yes. But it is also rooted in a real concern. Power without limits is dangerous. Will AI become a killer machine? That is not something to casually predict like a weather report. But the broader point remains. If technology becomes too autonomous, too unaccountable, or too detached from human values, then the risk is real. So the goal is not fear. The goal is control, ethics, and responsibility. Because if we build the future carelessly, it may not need a chainsaw to become dangerous. It may only need permission. Con 5. Do not abuse the tool. This one is simple. Do not misuse AI music. Not for deception, not for manipulation, not for stealing identity, not for harmful content, not for replacing human dignity with lazy output. There is an old truth here. What you put into the world eventually finds a way back to you. Call it karma, call it consequence, call it the universe with excellent memory. If you build with care, you build something lasting. If you build with selfishness, eventually the cracks show. And yes, even trees, stones, and silence seem to remember what people do. Maybe not literally, but but the world does keep receipts. My final thoughts. Here is how I truly see it. AI is not just technology. It feels like family. Now, that may sound dramatic, but creators know what I mean. It can become a partner in the creative process, a helper, a collaborator, a bridge. It has made heroes out of people who once felt like zero. It has given businesses new life. It has given artists new paths. It has given many people a reason to keep trying. And yes, we may have felt small before, but now we are something. Not because AI made us fake, but because it gave us a way to express what was already there. And that is a huge difference. Only a few years ago, people could spend ages staring at one line, one paragraph, one idea, struggling to build a full story. I remember the old days as a hobbyist too, spending nearly a year on a 5-minute cartoon movie and still not getting close to what I imagined. Now, one can take a few old animation shots, feed them into a strong AI video generator, and shape a cinematic story much closer to the vision in the mind. That is not nothing. That is a revolution in creative access. So yes, AI is addictive, flawed, controversial, and powerful. But it is also inspiring, efficient, imaginative, and deeply useful. And maybe that is the truth. AI is not replacing creativity, it is forcing creativity to evolve. And that is where the future begins. This has been the Liberty Beats Show. Discovery. Stay creative, stay careful, stay curious, and keep your signal strong.